Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Status Bro Show. We are back tonight with all kinds of shit to get to for you. I am your host, Kevin Ebling, along with my co-host, Mr. Corey Vandersleen.
Yeah, what's up, Internet?
And, of course, our producer, Melissa Galberth.
Hey, guys, what's up?
And I would like to, welcome back a very triumphant return for Mr. Zach the Youngblood Lewis. Let's give him a little round of applause. You know, we missed him last week.
We really did miss you.
Thank you.
It's good to have you back, even though you were very critical of last week's show, you dick.
I missed you guys, too.
You were busting our balls so bad about last week's show.
Okay, in my defense, you busted my balls on the air before. And I didn't even bust your balls on the air. It was just...
Well, we're all about the ball busting here.
It's true.
Speaking of Galberth, have you not showered since last week? I thought that's what you said last week.
Well, no. Last week it was something different, but I may have used that one before, but I think there only needs to be at least 6 or 7 I can just cycle through. It doesn't always have to be totally original. But as in typical Status Bro fashion, I'd like to start off with a little bit of feedback. Not Zach's feedback. No, I'm kidding. But honestly, being an outside party, you thought it went all right.
Okay. My feedback was a little critical because I was a little jealous that I wasn't on the show.
You were a little bummed that you weren't with us.
I was so bummed.
Well, we were bummed too.
And
so yeah. Riding around in a car with your parents.
Dude. I was in a car with my parents when you guys were recording. I was like, why? Out of anywhere I could fucking be right now. But it's okay. But I thought it was alright. I thought you guys did a great job. I really did.
Thank you.
Gracias.
The things I said were very minor.
But you were, I guarantee you were missed, and we're all very glad you're back.
Thank you.
Now, moving on to our email, I just want to start off with people were asking me who is Andrea Pullen, and that is a friend of mine from way back in the day. We went to middle school together. Her email said, listening to your show was like sitting by you at lunch in high school, especially the frequent sodomy references. Funny stuff. Here is my criticism. The burping is annoying. And I just want to say thank you very much, Andrea, for your email. And, I speak on behalf of Corey and myself. I think we're not going to quit burping. So, please keep listening, but the burping's not going to stop. And but I appreciate the feedback. And then we had another one from Caitlin Welch, my girlfriend's sister, actually, who, with the tagline or caption, said, show quality, and then was a depiction of a naked, very masculine,
some beefcake
muscular man.
Very sexy-looking man.
Yeah, so thank you, Caitlin. I can only take that as a compliment. Don't you think, guys?
Yeah, you could have said great. We could have gone without the male nudity.
Yeah, like we maybe not, didn't need that visual per se.
Appreciation received nonetheless. Thank you.
He kind of had his genitals behind a chair, so really I saw it as we're holding back.
Where are the genitals in that picture there?
I know. They might be photoshopped out.
That cannot be comfortable.
Could be a Ken doll.
Could be a Ken doll.
Yeah.
He could be anatomically incorrect.
Ooh, moving on to our third email, by the way.
Tomato.
In fact, I did not read this last week for the sake of Mr. Zach Lewis, since it's from his girlfriend. But I think we should finally read this because it's a pretty extensive email. She starts off with saying, you want an email? Chill. I don't know that we were freaking out about getting an email, but I'm glad she sent us one nevertheless. Says, I was listening to all your podcasts while doing homework, and I was laughing and commenting on what you guys were talking about throughout the pods. Thank you, Christine. That's how you say her name, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
I'm not going to throw in a last name or anything, even though I probably did that before anyway.
Yeah,
but,
we've already put her on blast.
I
think we have, but we're not going to start doing it now.
I need to talk about putting her on blast later. Go ahead.
Well, she had 5 critiques here. She said...
No, we're good for that. Don't worry about it.
First of all, she said she got a lot of the Star Wars trivia questions right, so I'm glad that was fun for you.
Yeah,
Glad
she actually does know more Star Wars trivia than me.
She said we should do more of those. I agree. We'll get back to Star Wars trivia one of these days. Melissa, she says, just so you know, she uses 2 squares to pee, 8 to 10 squares to poop. So, not all girls. I don't know what that means exactly.
How? How can you only use 2 squares?
It's actually funny. She mentioned that. She thought it was really interesting that you used 8. She was like, how do you use
2. Wait, you used 8 to pee?
I can't leave the bathroom without using 8 squares.
Wow. Well,
you're just tidying up at the end, right?
To each his own. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was just like
No.
It's like, are you like going deep
it's
to like get everything dry inside as well?
No, there just has to be 8. There has to be 8 squares between my hand and my
really
lower
undercarriage
parts. Like
if you're going asshole, I understand that, but just the front lady bits.
Different strokes for different folks, man.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
She said sex discussions are funny. Period. XD. What does XD mean?
I think that's that's a
face.
That's a smiley I use. Yeah.
Oh, okay. She likes the cussing. It adds to the collegeness of your personalities. Keep the trivia games. They are competitive, and that's a funny thing to listen to, especially with boys. And significant others on the show sounds fun, but it has to be no holds barred. So thank you,
So you want us to
Christine.
mention your
Very
last
nice
name
feedback. That's a good point. I don't even know how to say her last name. So
Christine Muir. Yeah, we have said her last name now that I say it
Yeah.
on the
So
air.
now,
There we have Muir.
We also just
Yes.
got a Facebook post from
just now.
Tom Reeves. Yeah, just now.
Oh,
I-
Reeves, my
Because
buddy.
because I said we were going hot and to message us if they wanted a shout
Oh
out.
shit, I
I
forgot.
was
so
going to
this
mention
is-
that guy as well. So go ahead.
This is Tom Reeves' shout out. Thanks for listening and thanks for monitoring our Facebook, man.
Thank you, Mr.
Definitely.
Reeves. What did you say?
Just that he'll take a shout out. He loves our show and that we have great chemistry.
Cool. Thank you, Tom. And he also commented on our status from our producer on our Facebook page saying we had a new show coming. And he said, "Fuck yes," with an exclamation mark. And I got to say, I appreciate that.
Aw,
That
thanks,
makes us
Very
feel
much
good.
so.
Yes.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. All right, so
He's
moving
got
right
some
along.
stuff from Twitter too that we'll definitely acknowledge this show.
Very cool.
Very cool.
But yeah, if you want to email us with some of your questions and comments, that's thestatusbroshow@gmail.com. Or you can Twitter us at statusbroshow.
Don't forget to look us up on Facebook.
Yes.
And I just want to say thank you, Melissa, because the fucking coffee pick is finally gone. Come on, everybody, come on. Rejoice. Yes.
After working
I mean, it's
on
still there,
all
and I'm
your
glad it's
bitching.
still there, but it's not the representation
After
anymore.
all your bitching, Kevin.
Yeah.
I
Thank
hit
you.
the make this the picture that I changed it to. I hit the make profile picture button like 6 times while it was on your laptop, and it never changed.
Well, technology is inconsistent.
And
these
then
days, what
and
can
then
I
it
say?
took 1 click on my phone when I tried to do it again.
And we're always speaking the praises of Apple computers.
We do love them.
Another thing, though, okay, now that we're on the Facebook, all right, I did send you a bunch of good pictures of Kyle doing Edward 40 hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a folder when we do it and put all of the pictures of Edward.
Well,
Forty.
now it's too late. Nobody cares anymore.
Until we
Only after the
do our
episode.
own Edward 40 hands
Well,
challenge.
yeah.
Yeah,
but-
that's what I mean. When we do it, I'm gonna make a folder about it, and then his will go in the folder with everybody else's.
Speaking of
But he's
Kyle,
not lumped in with us. He was his own thing.
Speaking of Kyle and his Edward 40 hands challenge, I'm really scared for you, Zach.
What?
Yeah, you're fucked.
Because as drunk as he fucking got at the end of this, I mean, after the show was done, we went out to dinner, and Jesus Christ, he went from 0 to drunk in the car so hard.
Okay. First off, he went from 0 to drunk during the lesbian segment. Let's get that straight.
He
okay?
went to tipsy at that point. At
There's
some
no
point in
way
the car
Zach's
ride-
going to be able to do it.
At some point in the
Maybe
car
not
ride,
yet, but it's still, we're working up to it. It's not something you got to do tonight.
there was a quote that he had when we were at Hooters.
Yeah, I want to hear about this quote because I don't remember this at all. But apparently it stuck with you. It left a lasting impression on you guys.
It's like what was the quote exactly? It's like,
Did my
is that
dick taste like ranch?
Is that ranch on your
Does-
dick? Because I'll
does he-
eat that shit all day long.
Yeah,
or
he's
something
like,
like
does
that.
it
Why would ranch be on my
Does
dick?
it always smell like ranch?
That's it. Was the smell.
Was it
and-
smell?
Yeah, he was like leaned up on Kevin's shoulder, just like, does it always smell like ranch? And Kevin's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Because I'll eat
man?"
that shit.
Yeah.
And then he
like,
started yelling at one of the Hooters waitresses because she looked at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you talk to a lot of, that's
Maybe he
that's
was-
classic Kyle,
Maybe he was trying to make a really shitty Hidden Valley joke.
Was that a plug for Hidden Valley?
I don't know.
You're always
I don't know,
fucking
but he
Chicken
was threatening
Express,
to
Hidden
eat
Valley.
Kevin's dick. That's where that story ended up.
Boy.
Yeah, in fact, eating my dick may have been how that whole thing started. I made it so like, eat my dick. And he's like, does it always smell like ranch? I don't know why my dick would smell like ranch. I was eating ranch at that time. It was good ranch.
Probably what it is.
But yeah, if that's any indication of how you might get, Zach.
Okay, how big is Kyle?
6'5".
Fuck.
He's not really a
Damn
chunky
it.
dude, but he's got size. He's got some muscle mass.
Yeah,
does.
I like to think I've got size in my corner of the ring. I'm 6'3", like just shy
Oh
of
yeah,
300 pounds here.
You got size good. Yeah,
Like
your ring
that
freak.
should help.
That'll help, but
I know I don't look it. Who'd have
No,
thought?
you
But,
don't.
but lacking a whole lot of experience, I'm kind of scared.
I'm kind of nervous for you, buddy. But
Because
if you
I-
still want to do it, we're doing
Well,
it.
you did kind of call me out last show. You're like, Zach's never gonna fucking do this. I was like, well, shit. Now I have to do it.
I
so-
said that?
One of you said it.
We're worried about you.
It was just a real quick mention. You were like, yeah, fuck it. I'll be amazed if we can get 2 of these into Zach. I was like, well, fuck.
Oh, I may have said that.
But,
You know, I say a
It might
lot
have
of
been
things
me,
I
too.
don't remember saying till later that people call me out on, and I'm like, sorry.
But I will say we are worried for you, Zach, because I mean,
Concerned for your health.
I appreciate
Yeah.
your concern.
Thank
If I-
God we live
We are
so
concerned
close
we
to
don't
hospitals.
want-
well-being.
we don't want you to get alcohol poisoning this early in your life.
you see, that's exactly what I
No,
said.
you should have already had alcohol poisoning by now.
Jesus
Kidding.
Christ.
I had it before I was 21. So.
Okay.
I think I hit alcohol poisoning on my 21st birthday.
Really?
Yep.
Probably
I
fairly
definitely
common.
had it before I got there.
No.
At least once. At
I had
least.
20 shots in an Everclear fishbowl, and I was.
All right, we'll get back to the
big-
getting alcohol poisoning thing. I want to get to this because Corey brought it up, and it's something that we haven't really delved into movie topics as much as we should recently. And
Especially considering who we are. But
yeah, exactly. So maybe we want to talk about some movie trailers.
Oh, yeah.
The first one I saw, I know maybe you guys know you care about it, but I thought the Hangover 3 trailer was fucking hilarious. And I have extremely low hopes for that film, like just on the basic principle, but I thought the trailer was funny.
I never went and saw The Hangover 2 because I heard that it was a carbon copy of 1.
See, and
You're
I
going to
didn't
break
go
my
s-
door jam off.
I
In fact,
I think you
Sorry,
just
go
did.
ahead.
I think you
didn't
may
go
have.
see it. I didn't go see it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I went to see
You guys
one.
are going to be the death of me. All right, go ahead.
I went to see one in the movie theater and probably almost wet myself in the movie theater seats because I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, 1 was awesome. I loved
But-
1.
But I mean,
I still thought 2 had a lot of laughs, even though it was basically the exact same plot.
yeah,
line
but
and
still,
everything.
I mean, if you've got some new jokes
Well
to
done,
go
sir.
with one to go with it,
Nice-
then I
nice
don't know
moves.
that it's. I don't know.
Fucking
if it's
Bob Vila
gonna
over
be that
here
bad.
just fixed my head, door jam.
But I'd heard that it was pretty much a carbon copy. 3?
It is.
3, it looks like it's going to be different.
It is, yeah. It's like a return to Vegas. It's a road trip movie. It's a little something different, you know.
yeah,
Okay.
2. I went and saw 2 in theaters with a friend. It was almost sad how similar it was. It literally looked like they photocopied.
But still good laughs.
It was okay. Yeah, and then I was like, 3's gonna blow. Saw the trailer for 3, and I was like, fuck, that actually looks okay.
It does look
Like
good.
it.
I'll admit, I laughed. I probably almost fell off my chair when the
giraffe
giraffe
thing?
came up.
Same
Yes.
Are you serious?
I left my ass off
I
at
thought
that.
that was the dumbest bit in the whole trailer.
See, my favorite part of the whole trailer is when they're like in the middle of the desert or something, and it's like Ed Helm standing there and Zach Galifianakis, and Zach Galifianakis is like, "We've been on a
You
lot of
haven't learned
adventures
shit."
together, and it seems like we haven't learned anything. Anything." I'll be in the limo. It slaps him on the ass. Like, that was funny, dude. I mean, obviously, those two characters are pretty much the whole movie, like both of them, for all of them. So I think that giraffe thing also is funny as shit. I think it has potential.
Nice. We'll see, man. If they
Yeah,
change up
I
the
might go
script, I
see
think
it.
they've got gold. But
I'll have to go
And I
and see
think it's
2
our-
beforehand, though, just so I get caught up on the anthology.
That's really our only comedy movie trailer to really even touch on, right?
Yeah, the rest of mine are pretty much sci-fi and adventure.
And I think everyone can agree that Iron Man 3 looks fucking sweet.
Oh God, yes! I love the way it looks,
Dude, it looks so good.
looks
I
pretty
I'll
good.
just
really
all
am
over it.
not an Iron Man fan.
Melissa, shut up. Okay, so it's based off. I'm
Of
kidding.
all the Marvel movies.
I love
all
Iron
the
Man,
Marvel
though.
characters. I think Iron Man is the one I can get behind the most.
He's
Get
like
behind.
Marvel's equivalent of Bruce Wayne.
No,
Yeah.
it truly is. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that, except that he's kind of a pretentious ass,
Which is
And-
also awesome.
which I don't necessarily like about it.
His main antagonist is his own alcoholism. I
Yeah.
love it.
What's the name of that comic line? I know we talked about it before. Is it the Extremist series that 3 is loosely based on?
The Extremist, is that the one where he's like in Japan?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
With the I think the guy's name is. I don't want to say the Mandarin is the villain.
Yeah,
it
Who's
is.
supposed
It's
to
the
be
Mandarin.
Asian, by the way, which is funny that Ben Kingsley
Yeah,
is playing
Sir
him.
Ben
Like,
Kingsley.
there's a million cool old Asian dudes you could have picked to do that, but you want Ben Kingsley. That's cool.
But yeah,
Guy
the
who played
latest
Gandhi.
the latest Iron Man trailer, where at the very end they have all the different Iron Men that pop up, I was just like, oh, in my seat.
That was pretty cool.
What do you think about the director change from Jon Favreau to Shane Black?
It's a little disappointing, but
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about it. We'll see. We'll see what
a
happens.
lot of people feel like Jon Favreau has been off his game since like Iron Man 2 and Cowboys and Aliens, which I like both those films. So
I did.
I
too.
did enjoy Cowboys and Aliens.
That's
That
a
was
cool
good-
movie.
I
That was
I
a
did
pretty
too.
sweet
Cowboys and
flick.
Aliens.
I totally missed it.
I thought it was really
was
cool.
a horrible premise, but I liked where it went.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was thoroughly entertaining when I saw
Yeah,
it
it
in
was
the
kind of
theater.
like it was kind of like going, okay.
And it had
In a
Olivia
good
Wilde
way.
in it, so of
Yeah.
Yeah,
course.
like
and
most
Daniel
Harrison
Craig,
Ford.
and Harrison Ford.
I know, yeah.
It's got fucking Han Solo / Indiana Jones in it.
I
In
know.
the West, it's got to be cool.
And plus,
with aliens.
Jennifer Grey is like almost naked through in the movie. You
Wait,
almost-
who?
Who?
Jennifer.
Are, you
Sorry,
Olivia
wrong.
Wilde.
Olivia Wilde.
are we talking about
Sorry.
Dirty Dancing?
No,
You talking about
voice
Ferris
has
Bueller's
got-
Day Off?
I apologize. Your voice just got crossed in there, and that was what came out of it. My brain's not functioning. I am medicated.
Yes.
Yes, we'll come back to that definitely.
But
Yeah, Melissa's on drugs.
but Olivia Wilde, there is actually a point where she's almost naked.
Yeah, I remember
I'm
seeing some
very
side
appreciative of
boob.
that.
Yeah.
I always like the side boob.
Real quick before we jump off Iron Man, because this might be my last chance to ask for a while. Batman or Iron Man, who'd win?
Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man would probably win, even though I like Batman better.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a long fight, but I think Iron Man. would
Iron
win.
Man actually has advanced technology.
Batman's got EMPs.
What does Batman have that can penetrate
Yes!
Iron Man? Ooh, that's a good point, actually. Like in Arkham City, you have like that EMP rifle.
Yeah.
Also used
I
in
know about that.
Dark Knight Rises. He uses that.
That would be
EMP
why. I
rifle.
haven't seen Dark Knight Rises still.
No.
Ah!
Yeah, I need.
All right.
I know.
You-
I know. I need to.
I'm sorry, not to break off on Batman.
I bought
What
it
other
on
trailers
I
you
bought
have
it
on
on
this?
Blu-ray.
Okay, yeah, I bought the latest James Bond movie recently. It was
Skyfall.
I bought Skyfall recently. It was between that and Dark Knight Rises. So that's my next one that I need to see.
I can let you borrow Dark Knight Rises if you want to see that.
Okay, I'll see that soon. Then.
In fact, I'll
By
make you a
next
trade
podcast.
for Skyfall if you want, and I'll watch it and you can watch Batman because I haven't watched Skyfall in a while.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, what other good trailers were there?
I also have Pacific Rim. Have you seen any? Have you
Wait,
seen
I
the
haven't
Pacific
seen a
Rim
trailer for
What,
I
the
don't
fucking GLaDOS trailer?
Yes,
What the fuck is that? I know I have to
bullshit
have
is what
seen
it
that.
is.
it's a completely original concept.
Yes.
I mean, this is not based. This is not based on an old movie. It's not based
A
on a book.
novelization, anything like
I don't
that?
see
Yeah,
it
this is
as-
a completely new concept.
I don't see it as completely new as much as just like
No.
Mobile Suit
Okay,
Gundam.
it's kind of it goes back to the whole. They're kind of trying to
Hold on a
redo
second.
the whole Godzilla thing.
I saw Mobile Suit
Like a
Gundam
monster
in it.
movie?
yeah,
just-
sort of. But I mean, it's a completely new interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Like
It's-
he's going. There's no real source material for it except for just like a new script for a movie, and it's awesome.
No, it's true.
Is it like found footage, like Cloverfield type?
No. It's
No,
definitely
it's
like
Hollywood
classic
blockbuster type
narrative.
thing.
type.
giant aliens are what in the Pacific Ocean, right? They're buried
Yeah,
at the
it's
bottom
like
of the Pacific
the narrative
Ocean.
thing. The narrative.
And they come
talk
up
cover
and
starts.
fucking
We always thought that we would find aliens outside of our world, but they came from underneath
Oh,
our ocean.
Superman.
I have seen the trailer for that. That does look good.
the fucking commando that is Idris Elba is like, all right, we gotta fucking take these guys out. He's got a cigar and shit. And he looks like the black dude from Aliens.
That's pretty sweet.
And so they have these giant robots that to me look like Mobile Suit Gundam. But
Yeah,
that's-
these big Gundam-sized exoskeletons.
yeah, and they put
It's like
fucking
Gundam.
like,
Gundams
individual
are like mech warriors. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
they
totally
put
nerd out on
individual
some
pilots
Gundams
in them
sometime, by the way.
that are like the same. So these giant robots are the same size as these giant aliens, and they just throw down.
That's pretty cool.
So
It's
it looks
almost like
alright.
very like a Ridley Scott or a James Cameron, type setup. You know, what I mean?
Ish.
Yeah.
Like in Aliens, you have the big robotic suits to combat the Queen Alien, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
in Avatar, you have the robotic suits to combat
Exactly.
the whatever the fuck Na'vi or they're called.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that actually sounds like a really cool premise.
And
Who's
the
the
reason-
director?
Guillermo del.
Oh,
wow,
nice.
fuck, it's hard to say.
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro. Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Nice.
And also, there is the voice of GLaDOS.
Ellen
in there.
Page,
Ellen,
yeah.
No, Ellen McLean.
Ellen McLean.
Oh.
Ellen
Who
McLean.
the fuck is Ellen Page?
She's
Juno.
the actress from Juno.
Oh shit. Ellen
And she
McLean.
was in X3 as the what's the character?
chick that goes
Kitty
through the walls,
Pride,
Kitty Pryde.
Shadowcat, who can run through
She's
walls. and
also
stuff.
Yeah, Ellen Page.
she's also in a movie called Hard Candy. Which
Yes, that's
It's the
actually a
roller,
really cool
it's the
movie.
roller
Yeah.
derby girls, right?
Hard Candy.
The
No,
Juno-
No, not.
Who's
I'm
the
sorry.
dude in Hard Candy? Is it Patrick Wilson?
I'm wrong there.
I
Completely
don't
wrong.
remember. I know I've seen him in other things before, and I know that he's definitely attractive, but I can't for the life of me remember his name.
That's actually a really clever movie.
Yeah, kind of fucked
Yeah,
up.
Patrick Wilson, Ellen Page.
Kind of fucked up.
Definitely fucked
worth
up.
seeing.
Creepy
though.
premise.
Yeah.
She was also in a movie about like roller derby girls.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
Drew
remember.
Barrymore flick. Yeah.
Roller Girls or
Something like that.
It seemed like a cool flick, but I never saw it.
Derby Girl.
Definitely a chick bonding movie though, I think.
But yeah, Ellen McLean, GLaDOS, using the same
Same
vocal
effects,
effect
yeah.
as GLaDOS. God, just as a huge gamer, I just completely love that. I love all the Portal games.
Yeah. Initially, people
Portal games,
speculated
too.
that it was set in the Valve
Whip It?
universe.
Whip It. That might be it.
Yeah,
But,
Whip
yeah,
It.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
But he just Guillermo del Toro was like, nah, I just really fucking love Portal, so I got her, and it's just like my little tribute to.
Oh, dude, that's
Valve.
pretty cool.
So I thought that was awesome. Portal's fucking great, dude.
Valve, the game publisher?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wait. They're the ones who made Left 4 Dead 1 and 2?
Yep.
Right?
Half-Life,
The publishers.
Half-Life.
The publishers
Yeah.
for it. Yeah, they
Publishers,
made
yeah.
Half-Life. They
Portal.
published Left 4 Dead.
all that stuff.
Which I fucking love those games. Both of them, by the way.
Yes.
And Portal, obviously, is awesome.
Let's see what else. Kick-Ass 2. Have y'all seen?
Dude,
the
I haven't
trailers
seen the
for
Kick-Ass 2 one yet. That's the one I haven't watched.
Sure,
and I
you
fucking
haven't?
love Kick-Ass,
Oh, man.
dude.
God, it looks so
Kick-Ass was like
awesome.
my favorite movie of 2011 back when I saw it.
Yeah,
I
I think
was
it
so
was-
fucking good, dude.
Got
Yeah.
Christopher Mintz-Plaza
Was it-
reprising his role as like
Red Mist, or now he's somebody different, right?
He's Motherfucker.
That's right.
That is the
Motherfucker.
name of his supervillain.
Jim
Motherfucker.
Carrey joins the cast. Awesome.
Yes, and he doesn't look like Jim Carrey at all. From
No,
the
he
footage I've
doesn't.
Is
seen.
it Colonel Stars and Stripes?
Yeah, I think so.
Captain USA or something like that.
It's-
Something very American.
It's a weird
2010
trailer,
Kick-Ass
man.
came
Honestly,
out.
I saw the trailer and I was like, "Fuck, that's what you're going for." Because the thing I liked about Kick-Ass was that it was basically an indie movie. That's how it got started. Because no studio would pick it up, so he's like, "Fuck, I want to make an indie movie." So he did, and then what? Universal picked it up.
Yeah,
after
I
he
think it was
made
Universal.
And so
Yeah.
this one's like, "Oh, we have a big budget now." And it's like, "Ah, man."
Got Jim
now you're
Carrey
just,
as Colonel Stars
slapping
and
your dick
Stripes. Colonel Stars and Stripes. Yeah. What is it? Motherfucker?
Yeah, Christopher Mintz-Plaza plays
Formerly
Motherfucker.
Red Mist.
No.
Chloe, whatever the fuck her name is hit
Chloe,
girl
God,
again.
I love her.
She's
I
gotta look
I
way
wish she was
older
older
than
so
that.
that my love of her would seem more legitimate.
Yeah, because that does not sound legitimate. I'm just kidding.
I mean, she's like 16 right now, so it feels weird to like a girl that much.
She's also in the Carrie remake, right? Does
Yeah,
she play the
she's
new
Carrie.
Carrie?
No, I did not.
Yeah, and she
She's-
was in the American version of Let the Right One In.
Yep.
Yeah, I did see that.
Was that awesome, by the way? I heard that was
Oh,
really good.
It was good. It was good. It was
see
worth
it.
going and seeing. I felt like. Let's see. We have
So wait, what did they
also-
show in that trailer, by the way? Just because I haven't seen it. Is it just a teaser?
It's hard to say.
You should watch it at the break.
They did,
I will.
I feel like they didn't reveal that many huge plot points in it, so they didn't really they didn't spoil the movie.
No, they did a very good job of basically just setting up what the movie's going to be about, which is exactly what trailers
So
are
you see
for.
Jim Carrey in that trailer,
Yes, there are a couple of scenes there.
and I mean I'm assuming Nicolas Cage has not returned since he was all burned up.
No, you
That's the
actually
first one.
see what's the name of the guy that actually plays Kick-Ass? I don't know his name. The actor.
I have no idea.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, but they actually show him wearing some of the Big Daddy armor.
Yeah, I saw that in a still shot somewhere on like IMDb or something of him wearing like some of the black armor plating, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but evidently he's becoming like much more of an actual badass in this movie.
Oh,
Like
yeah, he's
him
like
and
he's
the,
got his six pack and everything.
like him and the Hit Girl character. They've been training a lot since the end of the last movie.
Which again, I don't know how I feel about that because I don't know much about Kick-Ass. But my favorite thing about the first one, he was like Peter Parker times 10. He was just this wimpy motherfucker the whole.
He's just a
movie.
random dude.
Yeah.
Pretty much up through the end. I mean, even then, he's like, "Fuck, I'm gonna get my ass."
But he goes
kicked,"
through a lot
and-
of shit, dude. He gets stabbed, he gets hit by a car, he gets
Yeah.
his ass fucking beat on camera. Like,
And now he's
His
just Jack
profession is that he
motherfucker.
had a
I'm like, I
slightly
don't know.
elevated capacity to receive an ass kicking.
yes, that's like his special ability after the car wreck. He got like
Yeah.
tons of metal in him and like,
He get his ass handed to him.
yeah.
Speaking of,
So good.
oh, go ahead.
No. I was just saying this. It looks so good.
Yeah,
Dude, Jim Carrey does look really weird in this movie, by the way.
Very un-Jim Carrey-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like his first movie.
He looks like an
in
action figure.
4 or 5 years now.
yeah, he made Mr. Popper's Penguins.
It's true. And he was in Yes Man. That wasn't that long ago.
But
This man was okay.
It was okay.
yeah, there was okay. They were
It's
okay
a little
movies.
while ago though.
But yeah, that was a while ago. That was
Yeah.
at least what?
At least 3 years, right?
Yeah.
More. It's got to be. Yes Man came out in 2008. So,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Wow.
Favorite Jim Carrey movie?
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
I might go Dumb and Dumber. Oh no, Liar Liar. Liar Liar.
Liar,
Straight.
Liar, liar.
Definitely.
That's where it is. Anyone want to actually say The Mask?
I'm pretty set on Truman Show, dude. That movie
I
changed my
will
life.
Dude, I love that movie, but not as a comedy.
I will
Oh,
say.
no, wow.
I will say.
But dude, that's
that
what we should have watched for our sci-fi comedy
Word,
section.
dude. For
The
Sonic,
Majestic-
Or
for
fucking
sci-fi.
Ghostbusters or something. Why did we watch Groundhog Day?
I know.
But The Majestic, I will say, was one of Jim Carrey's best performances.
She always says that. Like Melissa's the only person I know who like even saw The Majestic. Like
Yeah,
I'm not
it's a
saying
fan-
I'm
but
not
it
saying
is a
anything
fan-
disparaging about the film. I've never seen it, but
it's
like
it's a fantastic film, and it's got the girl who plays Angela, or Andrea. I'm sorry.
Up from The Walking Dead?
Yeah,
Laurie Holden.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Lori Holden's in that. She's also in X-Files, which I'm also...
She was also on The Shield in the 7th season.
Yeah.
Melissa, are you caught up on The Walking Dead?
No.
Ah,
Dang.
for shame.
I've found
Another
a way.
weekend.
I've found
I'm
a
hoping
way.
these last 2 episodes will really pack a punch, by the way. I'm not going to give anything other away than that, but...
Are we getting towards the end of the season here?
2
Yeah.
episodes to go.
Yep.
Oh, man. They
The
need
last
to
one, though, I
extend
thought
this
was
shit.
good.
The last one?
The only one this season I didn't particularly care for that I thought was kind of boring was the one where like Rick, Carl, and Michonne venture out on their own for the whole episode. I was kind of like, come on, dude, this is boring.
Oh yeah,
That
but
was-
the last
that
one
was
was all
kinda
about
ish.
Andrea.
True, but there was a lot of intense shit, man.
Honestly, at this point,
Andrea and the governor in that warehouse was so intense. Such
No,
an
it
intense
was.
scene.
I fucking disliked Andrea more than I disliked.
Oh no, she's like my
Merle.
least favorite.
You
I
should
like
start to
Merle more than
actually-
Andrea.
I do. Andrea's always been my least favorite
Yeah.
character.
You start to see Milton actually take a stand in this
Finally
last
grow a
episode.
couple
See,
some balls. Dude.
I
the guy's
like
always such a vagine.
Having only seen up to the end of season 2, I have to admit that I like Andrea in the sense that she's sort of this empowered woman, but damn, she whines way too much. She's such a bitch. I just can't. But I like the fact that when they get on her case about not doing women's work, about washing laundry and stuff, and she's like, "Fuck
You guys.
Yeah, she's like,
it's
"Fuck
funny
you
when we're
guys."
talking about female characters. I always thought Carol was such a disposable character. It blows my mind that she's lasted this long.
Oh, I know.
It really does.
I feel like
she
Carol's
lives
gonna
right
be
up,
one of the
nobody
first
would
to
miss her,
go.
dude.
As
Like,
much as
yeah.
they love to kill off main characters, yeah.
I think
Not even Daryl, like, not even his character would miss her. Like, he would even get over it after like 2 days. Like,
I think she's
Whatever,
important.
dude.
I think
Yeah,
there's a level
exactly.
of importance that she has because they killed off they
Yeah.
killed off everything else that was important to her.
She
It's just-
pertains a sense of humanity
True.
in the
Yeah.
show. which
but
is
she's also
important.
got nothing to lose.
I love that Michonne is this awesome foil for Andrea, though.
Yeah, me too.
She's great.
I think they've done a really good job with Michonne in the TV series.
Yeah. And if they kill Daryl, I'm gonna be pretty fucking pissed.
I'm not gonna watch anymore.
Oh, you fucking will. Don't
Dude, he's
lie.
everybody's favorite character. How could you kill him?
That's why I'm thinking. That's
I
why
would
I'm like,
rather
they're gonna fucking kill
I
him.
would rather
I know
Rick
it.
get killed than Daryl get killed.
I know, right?
Me too.
I'd rather the
Daryl
show
takes the
end.
leadership seat. Fuck yeah.
So
I'd
bad.
rather Rick die and the show end and Daryl still be alive.
Now, do most people
Agreed.
like Daryl just because he's a badass, or because of his other work that he's been in?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Because I'm
he's,
definitely-
he's such a good, like, well-developed character. Because if you watch like the first season of Walking Dead, he was such a fucking asshole to start off with, and not only has he's become the most
Yeah,
badass, but like the most like valuable member, like level-headed guy in the entire crew.
Yeah, I
But I
have.
mean, you want to talk past works? He was in like Boondock Saints.
Exactly.
and-
I loved Boondock Saints, and I just my
Who
love for him
didn't?
carries
Norman
over.
Reedus.
I don't like
That's
Boondock
the name
Saints.
you're looking for.
Yes.
Yeah, Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
But I want to say that as being only in season 2, I think you're right about Daryl though.
He's
They
badass.
because they get to the end about him being the most level-headed because they get to the end of season 2 and she's like, I just wanted an honorable man or whatever. Carol says she's just looking for an honorable man, and he's like, Rick's been that
Yeah.
for us all this time. You guys just don't see it.
That's like a crossroads in the series where you can tell that Daryl doesn't want to like accept the praise that Carol's trying to give him at that scene. He's
Yeah.
kind of just like, fuck off. Like, I want to be like who I used to be, kind of. Where now at this
Let me
point,
be the
he's hands down
outcast.
the
I
most
don't want this
level-headed.
responsibility.
Not to spoil too much, but I mean, Rick starts to kind of crack up in season 3,
A little bit.
big time, and where
Well,
Daryl is always on an even keel.
He was headed for it at the end of season 2. You could see it. He
Definitely.
just shot his best friend or stabbed his best friend.
And
Once you
more
get caught up,
tragedy
you'll
for
see that
Rick
he's
Strikes
back there.
continue. I mean, that just keeps going and going. That's an ongoing theme, but I'm not going to give away too much.
I think seeing. God, I don't even remember the name of the black dude.
T-Bone?
From like the first season.
I
that
know
we came across.
Clyde.
I think so, yeah. I think seeing him in like his fucking room with all the writing on the wall and shit, I think that really like
Dude, that's a
presented
big
Rick with,
spoiler, though.
I wondered if he was coming
Yeah,
back.
yeah. Everybody had that.
He comes back.
yeah, I think that was a big like eye opener for Rick. Like I need to get my shit together because
Definitely, or else I'm gonna end up like this fucking.
yeah,
guy
exactly. Fuck that.
Who lost his son?
Mine was a big spoiler.
Well, you had already gone that far. I may as well take it one step further.
Thanks, fuckers.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I was
first of all,
trying to
he didn't
spoil
give away
too
that
much.
much, and neither did I, just because that guy pops
Look,
up for
I
half
can-
a second. That guy is a pin dot on the series. I mean,
Yeah, I can give you a very convenient site where you can watch all the new episodes. So
You can get caught up.
it's
I,
true.
I really want to know what that character's name is now. So I'm looking at it.
While you're looking that up, what other trailers can we talk about here? Does anyone give a shit about G.I. Joe?
No,
Okay.
I don't really really give a shit about it unless it's potentially going to be better than the other one.
I'm convinced they kill Channing Tatum in like the first half hour of that movie.
That'll be cool.
Because I've seen the trailers, and he's only in the trailer for about 10 seconds out of a 2-minute trailer.
Unless it's a Die Hard film, I don't care about any action movie featuring Bruce Willis at this point in my life. Although I'll probably see Red 2.
Or except for the Expendables 2, which I haven't seen yet. But
I haven't seen either of them.
Or the Expendables
Oh,
3.
Morgan!
movies to
Morgan
me.
is the name of the fucking black guy
Morgan.
Oh,
in
nice.
Walking Dead, sorry.
What about
Morgan?
Expendables
Really?
3 featuring Harrison Ford?
Really?
It's a rumor.
That would be cool,
No
though.
evidence if it's true or
I
not.
mean-
But
That
they were
would be
talking
cool.
about... Somebody said, like Sylvester Stallone or something, he's like, if we did Expendables 3, I want to get Harrison Ford on board. I was like, I don't... He might do it.
He
Shit,
was
I don't
never
know.
that big of like an action star, but he's such an A-list star that it would be cool. But I mean, I guess at times though Schwarzenegger and Stallone were A-list action stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Willis has been, and
Definitely.
Jason Statham's making a name for himself.
Yeah.
So.
Mel Gibson should get thrown in there too.
He
Really?
should. Lethal Weapon,
Dude,
man.
Lethal Weapon 1 through 4, Get the Gringo, Payback, those are awesome movies.
Yeah, Payback was awesome.
Yeah, but
And what
he's
women
kind of
want.
washed
Oh,
up
man.
though.
They're all washed up. That's the whole point of the Expendables.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson, he's like trying to ostracize himself from society.
True, yeah. Although Get the Gringo was cool. You should check it out on
doing, you know
Netflix.
what? He's doing a really good job of it.
Yeah, he is. He's faded very well into obscurity.
Yeah, he's like
Who's
George,
heard anything
he's like
about
George
him?
W. Bush.
Or fucking Tom Cruise. If he quit making movies, everybody would forget about him.
I don't think anybody can forget about Tom Cruise.
All right, I got a question. Have we discussed almost every movie trailer we want to discuss? Can we go into a break?
Let's see. I also had Fast Furious 6.
I'll see
It's
it.
great.
I'll see it.
I'll see it.
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I'll probably see it too.
They're a good time. It's a good. I mean,
It's a great
it's
summer
worth your
blockbuster
$6 definitely, or whatever. the
Yeah,
fuck.
fast cars and half naked women.
An extreme
sells.
action. Yeah,
Yeah, it sells.
Yeah.
big
it's a great
engines and
summer
big
movie.
pits. People will always pay to see.
Although it's interesting how they're departing from just car movies to heist movies.
Yeah,
True,
they're
but it's
going
been
a lot
like that
more
for the
into
last
drama.
like 3
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
I've also got Star Trek Into Darkness.
Looks
I
awesome.
can't wait.
Benedict Cumberbatch's gonna be great.
He's going to be Khan,
Oh.
right?
Huh?
I mean, everyone knows that he's
No,
going to end up being
Khan.
Khan.
He might end up being Khan.
Yeah, exactly. IMDb still says Khan, rumored.
Does it?
Still does.
I thought he had an established name. Like they already said, here's the
He
name of
did.
his
I still think
character.
he's
Well,
gonna be
I love
He probably
I
Benedict.
really do think he's
I
gonna
love
be
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah,
though.
me too.
He's also the voice. He's going to be the voice of Smaug.
Well, he's already the voice of the Necromancer and
Yeah.
Smaug.
Oh. I have no idea what the fuck y'all are talking
He's
about.
in the
but-
credits on The Hobbit. And Sherlock is fucking
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
Which started filming 2 days ago.
Oh,
Sherlock
really?
season 3. Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Awesome.
that shit's
Nice.
awesome.
It's gonna be great. All right.
Corey, any last
See,
trailer thoughts?
I had a couple more. I also had The Lone Ranger.
You know what? I had really low hopes for that movie because I thought it was like so gay. Like, do we really need another? What's that director's name? Now it's escaping me.
Jerry Bruckheimer?
Jerry Bruckheimer.
Yeah, who you know?
Well, that's the
Well,
producer. It's
the
actually
guy who
directed by
directed
Gore
Pirates.
Verbinski.
Yes,
Oh.
Gore Verbinski, who's made some great movies, by the way. The
Yeah,
Weatherman
all
is like
the
one of my favorite movies ever. Anyways, I mean, based on that, I don't know that I need another Johnny Depp doing like a total shtick role for like another 3 or fuck whatever movies playing, you know. But overall, I thought that trailer actually looked pretty good.
It did look good.
Johnny
Looks
Depp
alright.
said that
It's
he was
another
gonna
Johnny
really,
Depp character role, like Jack Sparrow, but it looked good.
He said he said in an interview that he was really going to try and do the character of Tonto some justice, but it definitely looks like it's kind of another one of his comedic roles.
I heard about
Ish.
halfway through filming, he legitimately came out and claimed he's like, I'm gonna make the character of Tonto as big as Jack Sparrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he said.
It's kind of funny because I know he said in like interviews and stuff that Jack Sparrow is like his favorite character he ever played, and as long as they still will pay him, he'll always play as like,
Well, yeah,
Jack
because he
Sparrow
made
in
him
the
up.
movie.
Originally, Jack Sparrow was just a pirate,
True.
and then he came on set and he started doing the drunk pirate thing.
whole
and they were
Mick
like,
Jagger,
"You're really gonna go with that?" He's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be big." And
Or
so,
no, not Mick Jagger. The what's his name? The actor who
I don't know where
plays
you're going.
Jack Sparrow's dad, and that's like who he modeled his entire
Oh,
character
fuck.
off of. It's a rock star.
Jesus
Keith
Christ.
Richards.
Is that no?
No, God, if
He's
you
in
hadn't-
At World's End. Let me look.
He
it
Why
up.
the fuck
mentioned
did you
it,
say
I
that? Now I
would've
feel
been
like a
there.
dumbass.
Yeah, it's right there, and had you not said it, I would have
But-
had it.
I honestly think that Jack Sparrow's what made those movies.
Oh, truly,
Definitely.
The fourth
Because-
one is all Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On Stranger Tides, by the way, was so
He is
boring.
the star.
See, I enjoyed on Stranger Tides. It's not my it's not my favorite.
Jack
But-
Sparrow, man.
It's not Gore Verbinski.
Yeah, that's
It's a completely different movie.
yeah. It is entirely a different movie because they didn't have the same kind of arc that the other ones did, where we were ultimately getting to an end goal.
Yeah, it's not the same dynamic.
Yeah. I think that they needed.
Oh, it's Keith Richards.
It is okay.
Son of a bitch. Now I feel like a real dumbass.
I had one more movie on my list. This is kind of an obscure one, but have you heard of The Prototype?
No. Is it based off the Prototype video games? Because those were cool as shit.
That's what I thought when I looked at it, but it seems like the general character himself seems to be based on both like the Prototype video game seems to be based like the look of him looks like Crysis, like the suit that he wears.
Yeah.
It's a robot. It's not
Okay.
like an
So it's not like
infection
Prototype
guy.
who can like just wear normal clothes, but like
But yeah, the story arc seems like Prototype the video game. The
Like
build of the
government
robot
weapon.
itself looks like the Crysis suit, and the mask looks like that robot dude from the Hellboy movies.
oh, the guy from the first movie is like the Nazi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm not sure
pretty cool.
what the movie's going to be about, but it looks absolutely badass. It's kind of like the evolution of mankind through technical means.
Nice.
Not really. It's like in the Prototype video games, it was like viral, but
Yeah.
technical in this case.
Gotcha.
It looks absolutely badass. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, I urge you to go out and look at it.
Huh.
The Prototype.
I'm definitely going to check that out, and probably the Kick-Ass 2 trailer during our break, which is coming up right now since we're running a little long, right now, but that's all right. Last week we went a fucking half hour over, so who cares?
Fuck yeah.
Anyways, at 36 minutes, we're going to go ahead and take a break, but we will be right back on the Status Bro Show.
Hey, this is Corey Vandersleen, and you're listening to The Status Bro. We'll be right back.
We are back on the Status Bro Show. We're going to segue out of the movie trailers a little bit and move on to a couple other important items I have on my list for this week. I don't remember who it was who brought this up. Maybe it was Melissa or Corey. Something about people's greatest fears.
Ooh.
And while we're on that, I wanted to ask, because I have a list here of what are the top 33 most common fears in human beings. And I just want to ask, like, what do you guys think
Nice.
falls farther down the list? Like, what do you think would be we'll start at like number 20.
Lawnmowers?
That's too obscure.
I was
Too
like,
obscure.
a 20? I think by that point it would get pretty obscure.
All right, what do you
Agoraphobia.
well, number 20 is fear of abandonment.
Oh, come on.
It's kind of a
That's-
weird one, right?
Not really. I mean, that goes along with the whole fear of being alone for.
But like they have like fear of doctors, and that's number 27. And I would think that would be almost more realistic. All right, let's go top 10. What would you think number 10?
Arachnophobia.
Spiders.
I bet that's
higher
definitely.
up.
I've got a small bit of arachnophobia.
You guys are close. Number 10 is fear of commitment.
Really?
Is that a real fear, like, or is that just something that
Is that a
dudes
21st
say?
I was about to say, that's just every dude in the
to
world.
avoid being taking the next step. I thought that was just kind of.
I don't get that at
commitment,
all.
man.
Number
See,
9
I
though
don't
was
either.
fear of
I
spiders.
don't either because my boyfriend's the one who asked me to move
Yeah.
in with him.
I'm
I will
personally
readily
not afraid of
commit.
Well, it didn't mean
Yeah,
just
exactly.
for
Looking for the right person.
Commitment's
Just for
awesome.
dudes.
Yeah, I would much rather be committed to somebody who's willing to.
It's true.
Number 9, fear of spiders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which that was good. Number 8, what do you guys think?
Fear of closed spaces. Like
Claustrophobia.
No, that's got to be way higher
Yeah,
up on
that's
the
got
list.
to be up there.
I'd go fear of, like,
It's kind of a weird one.
open spaces.
I'll throw in my number one fear right there.
Okay.
About fear of clowns.
Fear of class. See, that actually is not on here. I don't think it is.
No?
Wait.
I'm.
Oh, that's on there. Shut up.
I don't like clowns.
Oh, number
but I don't
22,
mind-
fear of clowns.
Really?
I don't
Yeah.
mind clowns if they're like over there.
I feel like that'd be like
I'll
top
fucking
5.
run. I will fucking
See,
run.
fear of dogs is number 13 on here, and I think I agree with that.
Okay. To
I
be
used to be
fair,
there.
to be fair, I used to be afraid of dogs.
I used to have a
can totally
legitimate
see that
fear
one.
of dogs because my uncle used to have a Great Dane that tried to bite my hand off.
I got a chunk taken out of my thigh, and this is gonna sound really weird, by a Maltese, which is like an ankle biter. But the thing literally took like almost an
A
inch
schnauzer
out
once
of
bit
my
off one of my
thigh.
nuts. I'm just kidding.
What were you doing with that dog?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay,
really
wait.
random.
It was
How-
evil.
How far? Okay, Corey, I'm sorry. How far is this fear of clowns go? It's not an official phobia, right?
Is
'Cause
it?
I
I'm not
know
sure.
for it to be a phobia.
Is
you
there-
Hold
have
on,
to be-
let me see if there's an
I don't know if
actual
there's a Latin
clinical
name
thing
for
for
it.
it.
No, there is. I forget what it's called. If it's a phobia, you have to be legitimately like impaired by it to the point of like every day it's
Cool.
something you desperately like, afraid of.
Coulrophobia is what it's called.
What?
Coulro phobia. Coulrophobia. Fear of clowns.
Yeah. Like I know Christine's stepsister is to the point where like if you show her a clown, she will like break down.
I can look at a
She's-
picture of a clown and be
It's
fine.
the worst I've ever seen.
What do you guys think would be
But
number
if I
one?
see an actual clown, I'll be like,
I would
no.
say number one would be like
Claustrophobia.
claustrophobia.
No.
Really?
Or the fear of death.
No. I
Fear
know.
of
What,
heights.
I know what the number one
Fear of
fear
heights,
is.
number 3.
Really?
No,
Very
no.
close.
The number one fear. I'm positive about this. Fear of public speaking.
Oh no, that's number 2.
Damn it!
Very close.
Corey one up me.
Definitely. Number 5 is fear of intimacy. Really?
I can,
can see
see
that.
that.
I'll be intimate all day long.
Yeah, I don't
maybe.
see that.
Intimacy is something though. If you've had an uncomfortable experience with it in the past, it can
I can see that
ruin.
then.
It can ruin the because I mean I've had uncomfortable experiences with it, and sometimes it's really hard for me to get that way.
It's funny though. Actually, it's not
I have a
until
hard time getting hard.
as far as claustrophobia goes, the closest thing I can find on this list would be fear of engulfment, which is number 31.
That's
Is it-
weird. That's
just
weird
being
because
surrounded?
my dad won't. Because
It's
my
way down the list.
Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty high. A lot of people are afraid of closed
okay,
spaces.
what about the fear of elevators? Is that on there?
No, I would think that probably falls in the same category though.
Well, no. Like my old roommate is terrified. She's not afraid of small spaces, but she won't get in an elevator because she's been stuck.
afraid of
in
being trapped.
Yeah.
I still think that almost goes with fear of engulfment.
Just claustrophobia.
I will tell you. I will tell you guys
Maybe
my number one
abandonment, I
source
don't
of
know.
the number one source of anxiety in my life is food.
I can promise you, fear of food is not on here.
Elevators are a clever mix.
Fear of water is
claustrophobia
on
and
there.
fear of heights.
But that
I
just
feel like
bodies water.
if claustrophobia is not on that list, that's not an accurate list.
Okay, but nobody still has guessed number 1. I mean, think of something that people are afraid of that involves everyday activity.
I feel like I've busted mine not there.
Public
I'm not-
speaking. Fuck.
Yeah.
that's-
Number 2,
that blows my mind.
3
That
is
should be
heights,
one.
4 is dark.
Insects?
The
People
number
are
one
afraid of the
fear,
dark?
most common in human beings, is the fear of flying. That's what it says.
I still don't believe that. I feel
I
like
don't
fear
either.
of public speaking.
You know,
would be
actually,
higher.
I can see that.
I'm afraid. I mean, I don't like flying. It didn't bother me when I
My-
was young, but as an adult, I can see that.
I
It's
see-
never bothered me. Even post 9/11 does not bother me.
Yeah, it did for a while after 9/11, but I don't feel that way now.
My sister's boyfriend is, I would say, straight up phobia of flying. We actually got him on a flight once, and it was like a 3-hour flight. There was a layover in there, but I'd say it was about 3.5 hours total. And he was straight up white knuckle the whole time.
Yeah.
It blew my mind. Like every
But-
time I looked at his hand, just white. Like he was hanging onto the seat in front of him so hard. He was terrified. So
That's how,
and he handled it like a champ.
I will tell you.
I can
will
see
tell
where
you
that would
guys that
be a different
food, like with trying new, because I'm a little. I have problems with trying new food, but I will tell you guys that the bottom of my stomach drops out and I physically become ill, and I will white knuckle a chair.
That sounds like a game.
Yeah.
We'll all sit
I-
around
what
trying
food?
to.
I will actually break down and cry.
Wow.
It's odd, but I've actually spoken to doctors about it.
Yeah, it's
I
fair.
went to a therapist for it, and she told me, she's like, everybody has something that they're afraid of.
Yeah, what are we afraid of? Kevin, what are you afraid of?
Honestly, you want to know like one of my biggest phobias that I
Yeah.
have sometimes due to like anxiety stuff? Sometimes I fear going to sleep.
Nice.
I have the fear that I may not wake up, which I know is really weird
That's
and totally
fair.
irrational,
But
and
that's-
it's not on this list. But I
But
totally have that.
You know what? My
That's
grandma, that's how my grandmother died. She had a brain aneurysm, and she took some pain medication and went to bed and never woke up.
It's totally possible you could just go to sleep and never wake up again.
I don't really have that fear, but I've wondered every now and then whether I'm going to wake up and like in the middle of like that sleep paralysis that you get when you're actually in REM sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had that happen to me yet, but I've heard people say that they've woken up having sleep paralysis, like they're awake,
Not being able
and
to
they
like
can't
return
move.
your body to consciousness
So-
type thing.
I
Or it's
think
like they're awake and they can't move yet.
It's like your mind is awake but your body is not type thing. Like you cannot
Sort of.
make your body move.
But it means like you can like open your eyes, you're looking around, but you can't fucking move, you can't speak, you can't anything like that.
yeah.
I've wondered if that.
I think
this.
I think the fears thing came up because of my root canal last week, because we were talking, because a lot of people are terrified of the dentist.
Let's see. Fear of
not really-
dentist is
I'm not
number
s-
14 on the list.
Nice. I'm not scared of the dentist. I definitely hate every dentist visit. My dentist could not be a nicer fucking person, but I hate every time I have to go there.
You're a really nice dude, but I fucking hate you.
You know what though? I just told
I
my
hate
dentist.
the dentist. It scares me, freaks me out, man.
I
It's so
basically
vulnerable.
looked at my dentist. I was like, "Hey, man, we're not gonna be friends here. You're gonna be rooting around in my fucking teeth. I'm gonna put my headphones in, put my sunglasses on, and go to sleep.
Yeah.
You do whatever you gotta do in there."
Yeah, well, if you had a fear of sleeping, then you'd be fucked.
Last time I went to the dentist, I think it was a chick, and she was real nice, and she was, we were talking before, and she's like, "All right, you ready for this?" And I was like, "Not really." And she was like, "You don't seem that scared. A lot of people, like, their hands are shaking and stuff." I was like, "Well, honestly, I think you're a really nice person, and before I get in this chair, and you turn on the light, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna think you're awesome, and after I get out, I'm gonna think you're great. But when you turn on that light and I lean back, I fucking hate you. I think you're the worst person in the world. I hope you get fucking Lou Gehrig's disease."
I think that's fair. I can respect that.
Dentist has some cute dental assistants.
Dude, how is the fear of flowers higher than the fear of dentists?
Fear of
come on.
flowers?
Flowers?
Who's fucking afraid of flowers?
I actually knew a girl who was afraid of butterflies.
Well, I mean, I think that could fall into an insectivora category where that almost makes sense.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid of flying insects, but that's just like more like bees and wasps
Wasps.
and stuff. I will wreck a car if I get a fucking bee in the car with me.
I saw a kite.
Dude, that happened to Sajak and I once. A bee, like I noticed a bee on his shoulder. I was like, dude, don't fucking move. There's a bee on his shoulder right now. It was actually on his seatbelt. Now that I remember, like appropriately, but it was like right here. And he's like, "Oh fuck, what did I do?" I was like, "I don't know." And we were like cruising really slow through this neighborhood, and I jumped out, left the door open, and everything. Yes, and the best part is, so did he. Dude, like he pops his car in neutral because it's a stick shift, and jumps out. And he's like, "Fuck!" And he got on his shoulder. And he's like, "Shit!" And he had to run after his car and jump back in and like pop it into park.
There was this one time this past summer where I was sitting at a stoplight and a bee flew into my car. I put it in park and I just started punching at everything in my car, like punching out the window trying to get it to leave. Everyone at the light was looking at me like, "What the fuck is your problem?" I'm like, "Fucking get out! Fucking get out! Fucking get out! Get the fuck out of my car!" I don't care if the light turned fucking green. I'd
I
stay
feel
there.
Corey's emotion right now, dude. Things are dropping, shit's going off right now, like crashing around.
I went with my sister to get her some of her tattoos, and we're sitting in the tattoo parlor, which is actually the one right around the corner from here, Aces. And we're sitting there. There's 3 girls who all came in together, and they sat with their backs to the window, and then 2 of them went out to pick up wings or something from the pizza place just in the same parking lot.
Right.
They're standing outside eating, and the one girl's got her back to the window, and we're sitting there looking out the window, and they just started freaking out. Like, food just flies up in the air, and they just start screaming and running around. And my sister leans over, she goes, "There must be a bee out there." And sure enough, they come in, and they're just, like, screaming, trying to hold the door closed so the bee can't get in. It was hilarious to watch, because there was no sound.
You can never be too careful when it comes to stingers.
But I actually heard about a cop who bailed out on the highway because a cockroach flew in and landed on his steering wheel.
Flying roaches.
He bailed out on the highway, got out of his car, and started like rooting around in his police cruiser trying to find the cockroach.
Yeah,
You guys ever see that news reporter who freaks out because the cockroach is on his leg?
No.
What about the reporter who freaks out because he swallows the bug? The
I've
black
seen
guy?
that. Yes,
Reporter
I've
goes
seen that
ghetto,
guy.
who's like discovering the mystery at Augusta High School that led to Chris
Yeah,
Wood's
he
death.
sounds all professional.
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is this shit in my mouth, man?
Shit flying in my mouth. Can't see pollen.
I could be carrying a tray of fucking MacBooks and babies. If a wasp or something lands on there, it's fucking destroyed.
Done deal.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I can't.
go ahead.
I am seriously. I am not terrified of bees. I don't like them, but for the most part, I mean, I've been stung twice.
My big thing is that if I'm in a big open area, like just like somewhere outside, it doesn't freak me out. But if I'm in a confined space where I don't have the ability to escape, I will freak out.
Okay, look.
Yeah, I gotta have that ability.
I used to be afraid of both, bees and wasps. And lately, I've gotten to the point where like a bee lands, I'm like, fuck off. Because I guess in my head, it's like, yeah, it's gonna sting me, it's gonna hurt, but I can crush that son of a bitch.
I think so. I think it's something you can kind of almost grow out of, like in the sense you're just like, dude,
Yeah.
I am like a grown man,
And-
dude.
yeah,
like,
and
I can
even if it
dominate any
fucking-
flying fucking.
Have you gotten stung though?
Yeah,
I've been stung. But
I have. I've been stung by both.
I got
Even
stung in
if
the
it-
face by a
I've
wasp
never
once.
been stung, so that's probably where
Oh,
that fear
yeah.
persists
Totally.
for me.
With
It's
bees-
festering
I
inside
got
you.
stung. I got stung underneath my baby toe by a
grab
ground
drink.
hornet. Like
You've been stung on your pinky toe.
No, underneath, like on the pad of my foot, underneath my little toe.
Oh, fuck.
The difference between bees, I don't know, because even if the bee gets away, it's like, well, fuck it, that thing's gonna die anyway.
That's
Suck
why
my
wasps
dick.
are
with-
scarier.
with-
Fucking wasps, dude. No fucking
Wasps
around.
don't give a fuck.
They will
Yeah.
sting every fucking. They'll just keep going. They don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Bumblebees. I know. I met a guy who used to raise bees, and he said bumblebees, when they sting you, they leave their stinger behind. It actually rips out their intestines,
I've heard that.
Cool.
and it'll kill the bee. But they only do it for self-defense. That's why bumblebees shouldn't be so frightening. However, I have learned in Texas that there are bees that are as big around as my thumb. And like
Oh, yeah,
almost
we used
as
to get
long
them in
as
our
my
backyard.
index finger.
Oh, those
They're-
fuzzy ones?
No, they're fucking huge. I've never seen a bee that size before in my entire life.
Yeah, we used to get them in my backyard all the time. There's also this one bug. It looks like a bumblebee like that, but it's like cicada killers. Jesus, those are gigantic.
Those are the ones that are real fuzzy, right? Like
No,
huge ass
bumblebees-
bees, and they're black, and they have yellow
the-
and black.
Those are bumblebees.
Those are bumblebees, and bumblebees won't hurt you unless they're absolutely necessary for protecting the hive.
Yeah, those things are like as big as your thumb. Cicada killers are bigger.
Yeah.
Jesus.
God.
And the one bug that will freak me out every time. I mean, spiders are cool if they're like kind of like over there, and I can
don't
get
like
somebody
spiders.
else
Spiders
to go
are cool?
If I can get somebody else to go handle the spider problem, I'm okay. If I have to go do it, it's like an event. But
You've never seen a palm-sized spider, then?
I try to avoid all of the situations that might arise that involve large spiders. I tend to avoid. But there's the little tiny. Okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but there's a difference between ladybugs and these Japanese beetles that look like ladybugs, and they're orange. They're same size as ladybugs, and they were bred for a certain kind of crop to kill bugs on the certain kind of crop, and they just like flourished. Those things bite, and it hurts. I had one on my back the other day.
I've never heard of these orange ones. I've heard of like green ladybugs that are like fucking poisonous.
Yeah, they're orange. They're orange. You would look at it and you'd think, "Oh, it's a ladybug," but ladybugs are actually red.
Speaking of green and orange and red and poison, let's talk about that time that Corey threw up when he was naked.
Great segue, Kevin.
Are we getting into vomit stories now?
Quality
I don't know, like,
hosting.
at first I was going to jump into, like, watching porn with other people, but I think I can save that for next week.
Oh shit, that's a fear.
why don't we-
talk about
A fear of
Never mind, go
watching
ahead. No, I was gonna say one of my fears, very small fear, but is seeing people I respect in a porn.
Oh, okay.
You ever be cruising online?
What, like see your
and-
mom in a porno?
Yeah. Or like your fucking, I don't know, your brother.
A teacher from school?
You're just like, Jesus.
be cool.
Okay, now teacher,
That would
come
be
on. That's childhood dream. Man.
Seriously, I've got a professor that I'm in a class with right now that I would love to see in a position such as that. I don't want to say her name.
It better not be Russ Campbell.
No, I don't want to. No, it is a female professor. I don't want to say her name because, you know.
You know, come on. Like, you seeing a family member in porn. it's
I was
fucking
trying to segue
traumatizing.
away from the porn once for this week, and now
You
we're going
literally-
right into it.
You were the one that mentioned it.
Well, yeah, I
had
said that I
avoided
would.
saying that.
I said I
fear.
would put the porno with other people on the
Okay,
back
well
burner.
then there.
until
Let's
next
jump
week.
right into vomit stories.
Because look, we
Okay.
got like 8 minutes left of the show. It's like perfect amount of time for Corey to
We
tell his
can keep-
naked
we can-
puking
good
story.
point.
Let's go puking story.
I want to hear puking stories from everyone, so we can probably go longer than 8 minutes. But okay.
Damn, I don't have one prepared, so you go ahead.
All right. The particular one we are talking about revolves around a game called Captain Pat. Started off, we were at my buddy Trinity's. Is that Trinity? I'm talking about you. I'm
excuse
sorry. It was one of his birthday parties. We were at his friend Katie's apartment, and we were playing various drinking games. We also like did some apples to apples that night and whatever. But we got around to a game called Captain Pat, introduced by her British friend.
Is that a game where you shed garments as you go type thing?
No. It's a game of memory. You've got a certain order of operations that you have to perform while drinking.
Kind of like presidents and assholes.
I've not heard of that
Awesome
game,
game.
but
Awesome
we'll have to
game.
expand on that later. But it's like if you miss an order of operation, you have to refill your beer and start over from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very easy to get shit faced in a fucking hurry.
Yeah.
And
A very common attribute to drinking games.
Yeah, and I probably messed up this process like a good 12 to 15 times.
Nice.
And I ran out of beer to drink. So I'd also brought over my special concoction, apple pie, that night, and I switched over to drinking that instead of beer. And that was a huge problem. Because just like Kyle last week, I got fucking drunk in a fucking hurry.
Kyle got drunk? No, I'm just kidding. Kyle, you're fucking wasted, you asshole. Never come back here. No, I'm kidding. We'll see you next week.
But regardless of how I got there, at the end of the night, I was about as plastered as I've ever been. I was not driving home at that point. We were going to stay. Like me and Trinity were sleeping on the couch downstairs. Not next to each other. We're just sleeping in various...
on top of each other.
Fair enough.
There you go, yeah!
I was on top. I
That's
got
a bad
that...
position to be caught in, according to Kevin.
Whatever. I mean...
Sounds like a great position to me. Corey,
That's
go ahead.
true.
I'll be the back spoon. I got that urge. It's like I felt my tummy getting a little bit.
Wait, damn it, hold on a second. I had a message. I got distracted. It was fucking Kyle. So what is exactly the position you were in that I said that...
What?
You just said, you said that's a bad position to be in, according to Kevin.
On top of another dude.
She said that.
Oh, okay.
I said it was a great position to be in.
Oh, all right. Gotcha.
Whatever. It's at the time we've all passed out. I start feeling I need to puke. So I head to the bathroom that's upstairs.
And at this point, you're still fully clothed?
Fully clothed.
Okay. Just wanted to verify.
So I puke
Not
a little
being
bit
accusatory,
in the
I just-
toilet up there. And instead of going back downstairs, I just sit my ass down in the toilet so that I need to sit down for a little bit. It's like I'm exhausted. I'm getting the drunk sweats. I need to sit down for a bit.
Were your pants
Are you getting
down or
nauseous? Do you
pants
have
up?
like that spitty, salivating, like pukey, and
I was nauseous, but I just needed to sit down. I need to sit down. Don't talk to me. I need to sit down.
Okay, wait, pants up or pants down?
I was fully clothed.
Okay, so
Why would you have
you
his pants down if you had to throw up?
Why would you have your pants down if you're sitting on a toilet? Really?
I mean, I thought he was sitting at the toilet like in, puke prep. At that point, I don't put
I don't
my
know.
pants
He
down.
might have had beer
No,
shits. I don't know.
I've puked. I'm done. I'm just still in the bathroom. I need a place to sit down, so I just plop down in the toilet
With your pants up.
with my pants on.
Okay, not shitting.
And I get at that point where it's like I need to puke again, but I can't move. I can't move a damn thing. I can't even lean my head forward. So I just throw up all over myself. Somehow in the process, I also throw up on every little thing in the bathroom.
Oh,
It's like all over the counter, the shower curtain, like
Projectile?
all of the, I don't remember.
What
But
color was
somehow it gets everywhere. And at some point after puking, I start feeling better or something because I look down at myself and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I have thrown up over everything. I try and start cleaning everything up. I use up all the toilet paper in the process. I start moving to towels and whatnot.
Ooh.
I hear a knock on the door. It's Trinity's girlfriend at the time, Chelsea, and she's like, "Corey, are you okay in there?" I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
You got the door securely locked?
Yeah, I'm like, just go away. I'm fine. I'm fine. So I'm trying to take care of everything. I finally get around to the point that I am completely covered in my own vomit. I'm not sticking around to the morning to figure out how this is going to play out. So it's like, I need to get out of these clothes. I'm still definitely drunk at this point, but it's like, I need to get out of these clothes. So I just take everything off. It's like, okay.
In the bathroom still?
Yeah, in the bathroom still.
All the way down to your skivvies or to your...
to my
Yeah.
skivvies. I'm wearing fucking nothing at this point.
Oh, so you're bare ass naked.
Completely. And I'm going through the
As
debate in
God
my head.
intended.
I'm going through the debate in my head. It's like I'm naked at this point. I don't have vomit on me. What are my options? I can stick around until morning on the couch downstairs. People wake up and I'm a naked dude.
You
I'm
could
a
grab a
naked person.
towel, or have you exhausted all the towels on cleanup?
I threw up on everything.
Okay.
There's not a clean towel in there. But as I can stick around until morning, just naked, or I can fucking bail. What do I do? Any guesses?
You get
Bail?
in the shower, you wash yourself off, and
Did you watch yourself?
I did not have that presence of mind.
I probably wouldn't have done that either.
I fucking bailed. So I decided to gather up all my clothes. I decided I'm just
What's
gonna
your
make a run
exit
for it.
strategy?
Well, I decided I'm gonna
Do you
make a run
slink
for it.
out, or you ran?
I'm gonna make a run for it. So I open the door, and one of them is right there, about to knock. So I shut the door immediately right on her face. Like, Corey, are you okay? What's going on? Like, don't worry about it. I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm good. I'm fine. So I'm waiting there naked for whoever it was to go back to bed. So whoever it was on the other side of that door, go back to bed. At some point, after it's been quiet for a while, I decide, okay, now is the time. So I just open the door, make the run for it. I run down to my car. Actually, I run down to the outside of her place.
All right, wait a second here. You walk out. Visually, you walk out of the place, and what floor are you on?
This is like
do you have like a straight shot, or do you have to like go down a couple flights of stairs?
This is weird. It's like her place is a 2-story place, and like the walk down to the stairs to get to the outside. It's
like an apartment or like a
it's
townhome.
not public.
Oh, okay.
A townhome or something like that. But then there's a sizable walk from where her front door is to where I've actually parked my car.
Gotcha.
For whatever reason, I'm kind of like, I'm outside now. I'm fine. So I just casually walk to my car.
Ass naked.
Butt ass naked.
Balls, dick swinging around like no big deal.
Everything, yeah. Get back to my car, and I realize, shit, I left my phone in there.
I think you're going to say you forgot your keys.
No, I get into my car.
You could still make a run for it without your phone.
I mean,
I just realized you must be holding your keys and running.
Well, yeah, he didn't put them in his pocket.
Everything is still in the pocket of my pants that I'm holding in my arm. So I get to my car there. Nice. I'm standing by my car. And I'm digging for my keys.
When you're carrying your pants like that, are you carrying them like to your side, or are you like covering your cock with them?
No, this is just.
I feel like this is an important detail.
I got it under my arm. It's. Nice. I'm not attempting to cover my.
Why
cock.
not just go ahead and cover your cock with it?
I wasn't thinking like.
You have something to cover.
Like, why
didn't
you get in the shower?
Like, I was covering my cock all the way down to the front door, and once I got to the front door, and I'm not worried about them catching me naked. I'm not worried about public.
I would have grabbed like a paper plate even to cover my cock or something.
I don't know. Okay, I get back to my car. My first thing is that I need to message my buddy Trinity and tell them that I'm leaving. I will take care of what monstrosities I have done to the bathroom. And my phone is not with me. So I decide, okay, I need to go back and get my phone. I don't bring any cover with me. I just leave all my clothes, my soiled clothes in the car. I walk back to the front door. I let myself in, casually walk back into the place, and I find my phone.
How are you not concerned about covering up your cock? Like, I mean, even if I had the biggest cock ever, I think that I would still be a little bit nervous. Like, he'll just run around with my junk hanging out.
I mean, I was creeping my way back in, making sure there was anyone in there.
I admire how liberal you are when you get wasted. I mean, who knows what's going to happen when we do Edward 40 hands here?
Okay, I quite regularly, when I get drunk, will just lose my pants.
Well, see, that will get somewhere.
Not often will I lose my boxers, but I mean, there's a first time for everything.
And that's for another day, but
Okay, there's not a first time for everything. This is the first time that I was talking about. The second time for everything. But yeah, I get in there, I get my phone back, I get back out to my car uneventfully. I don't think anyone saw me. If they did, I haven't admitted to it at this point. But I send my friend Trinity.
So you mean the cops aren't waiting at your car when you come back out?
No. But I send my friend Trinity a message. It's like, I am so sorry about what happened. I will clean up everything. And I said at that point, it's like, okay, I know I'm still tipsy at this point, but I gotta drive home. I have to drive home.
Driving drunk. Classic.
And completely bare-assed. The only thing that was going through my mind is that if I get pulled over right now, not only is it going to be DWI, but I am completely fucking naked.
Yeah, it truly is a shame. That would have been probably, I can't.
The best episode of Cops ever if you got pulled over, perhaps?
That would have potentially been the best getting pulled over story.
Oh my God.
On this show, if you got pulled over.
Yeah, unfortunately for the show here, that was a completely uneventful car ride home. But I live in infamy to this day for that occurrence.
Nice. Very nice.
That is an elaborate puking story, I gotta say. But, look, I know you guys may get mad at me.
Don't do it, Kevin.
I gotta do it. I'm sorry. Look, we don't have enough time for everybody's puking stories, so we will have more on puking next week. I promise you.
I want to hear. Does anybody else? Okay, at least does anybody else have a good puking story?
If you do, you gotta make it snappy.
Puking story.
Make You know I'm going to put you on the clock again if you do it.
We're on the subject. I'm going to
go over it.
Kevin, shut the fuck up.
You have 1 minute and 30 seconds, Melissa. Go.
So, the first time I got drunk at my ex-boyfriend's house after he broke up with me. And I went upstairs.
Drunk on what?
Smirnoff.
Continue.
Okay.
6-pack, my first time. They put me upstairs in one of the kids' rooms to sleep, and I get up in the middle of the night because I gotta throw up, and I know I'm gonna throw up. So I sit down in front of the toilet, and after I get done throwing up, I look down into like the rim of the toilet and the trash can next to it, and there's pube hairs, just like fucking everywhere.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Wait, I don't get it. Why are there pube hairs?
There was a 13-year-old boy who lived in their house, and I'm sitting in the bathroom throwing up, and there's fucking pube hairs just everywhere.
So she's puking at a teenager's masturbation station.
Or is she puking at a teenager's manscaping station?
At 13? Did you manscape at 13, Kevin?
No, I was very proud of my pubes at 13. So now that I think about it, yeah. That would probably just been debris
Doesn't that
at
make
that
you
juncture
think
in my
that
life.
potentially that wasn't the 13-year-old's pubes?
That's also a good point.
Yeah, because you make a great
Somebody
point.
else may
At
have been
13, I
manscaping
don't
in
think
there.
any of us were doing that.
Fuck no.
I wouldn't know if my ex-boyfriend was manscaping because we, hadn't gotten there yet.
Nice.
Gotcha. But these were like full-length curlies?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, I got a story then, Kevin. You got to go.
I don't have one.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Melissa, continue. Go on.
The only other really good vomit story that I have.
Well, you already told a vomit story.
Wait,
We're
that
going
was
to
the
do
end of
double up?
That was it. But the other good one.
Please tell me you
have-
throw up on somebody's dick, or else we're going over to Zach here.
I don't, but I did throw up in a public place in front of a whole bunch of people.
Well, that's
Okay,
cool.
where?
Broad daylight?
That's decent enough.
No, I was in a bar, I was in a club, and I was sitting on a leather couch next to my old roommate. We're sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden I'm like mid-sentence, and I just started throwing up onto the couch and onto the floor in front of me.
Just like surprise vomit.
Yeah, it's never happened to me before. I've never been surprised by throwing up before. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like mid-sentence with my mouth open, and all of a sudden I just started throwing up.
I'm just thinking, like,
And
mid-sentence.
I didn't even make that noise. I was just sitting there. I was like, all of a sudden I was like, and I had to reach over the bar and like steal towels from the bartender because he wasn't there, and like clean up my mess while nobody. And the bouncer came over and was like shining a flashlight at me, like, "Are you okay? Did you throw up?" I was like, "No, I just spilled my water."
Great lie.
Was it a very liquidic puke, or was it
Yeah,
chunky?
I hadn't eaten in like 6 hours. All I'd had was like liquor, so I just basically threw up straight liquor.
Okay, well, look, either we can keep going, or Zach, we can save ours for next week. I personally would like to compose myself on this subject a little bit, because I know I can come up with a good one.
I think you're just trying to cut us off.
Mine
early,
does
Kevin.
not.
I am kind of, we're back to basics this week, keep in mind,
Okay, well, to be fair, mine doesn't involve alcohol.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it's
that-
not
Mine
funny.
involves mass amounts of sugar.
No, we're
So we
talking about
can hold off on mine.
talking about
As long
alcoholic
as we both tell one next week, then we'll hold off.
Yeah, I absolutely
This is
will.
All right,
Alcoholic
we-
pukes.
I'll hold you to it.
All right.
All right.
Has anyone scream vomited?
No.
What?
I don't know
Just like
exactly what
while
it
you're
is, but I'm
just like-
99% confident I haven't done that.
It's like while you're throwing up, you're just like,
Has anyone who
You're
ever was a
trying to
fan
s-
of getting stoned cough so hard that you threw up? 'Cause, dude, that happens.
Have all of you had vomit come out of your nose?
Yes, absolutely.
No, I
I've
have
had
not.
chunks come out
No,
of
I've
my nose.
never.
I haven't.
I've had that happen.
Well, on that note, on vomiting, chunks
keep
coming out, we will
going,
have more
damn
on
it.
vomiting next week.
Damn you,
along
Kevin.
with porno in the same room. We got a million great topics to get you next week. We always leave them wanting more. That's the style of the Status Pro show. And I love that about us. Anyways, I am your
love
host,
us.
Kevin Ebling,
I
along
like
with
me.
Corey Vandersleen.
Yeah.
Yes, Zach the Youngblood Lewis, his triumphant return.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Glad to
and
have
of
you
course, our producer, say your name correctly.
Melissa Galbraith.
Thank you, Melissa. We will see you next week on the Status Pro Show.